Hello.
Okay, so this is a Quasor Zip, that's its name. It's the third one in the series. The first one was the Laser Zap. The second one was the Astron Zot. And this is the third one, the Quasor Zip. The Z, the last, it's like Zap, Zot and Zip. 3 letters all starting with Z.
And what's a quasar?
A quasar's the biggest thing in the universe. They all the names obviously suggest universe, space. Like my range of nuggets, which this is anyway, but I mean, if you have a think about it, it's like they're all Australian slang, like splinter, pot belly, nugget,
Stumpy.
stumpy. They're all, you know, that's how they. Anyway, this particular board, the idea of it came from a guy asked me try and make a board that you could surf from the front or the back, or with front foot surfer or a back foot surfer. So I thought about it, and you can notice here the plan shape up until about where my hand is very even. The nose and tail dimensions are very similar, so it's got a full parallel outline, and then it just a little bit of nose it pulls in the plan shape, in the nose, and at the same time it's where a little bit of kick is right up in the nose. So the thickness is really even throughout. The reason for all this was because to give the board as much balance so that if you transferred from the back to forward, it didn't have the seesaw effect like a modern shortboards or whatever thickness it's got. It's just in the middle, thin nose, thin tail. As soon as you go forward, the nose bogs. As soon as you step back, the tail drags. I tried to reduce that as much as possible so that when you transfer from the back to the front, you don't get a dramatic kink forward or back. But anyway, and it's been ridden by a guy who's a front foot surfer and a back foot surfer. It worked well for both of them. So there's other features that are in the bottom as well. It's got a very straight rocker in the bottom. It's flat. That once again so that it would hold its speed while you're moving around on the top.
And how long's this one?
Eh?
How big's this one?
This one's only 6'6".
Who would that suit?
Who would it suit?
Yeah. Up to what?
Probably up to 85 kgs. It's 3 inches thick, 21 wide in the middle. So it does carry a reasonable amount of volume. Yeah, probably 80, 85 kgs.
And the widest point is?
Widest point's halfway.
Right on halfway.
Yeah. So yeah, it's passed the test because I even bothered to. I always test them out and make sure they're working and doing what they're supposed to do before I do this to talk about it and let people get them. But so
Alistair rode it,
Al rode one. Al's a back foot surfer. He didn't want to give it back. He really liked it, and it's a big board for him. Most of his boards are around at 5'6", 5'8". So, and this has been 6'6" was a big board for Al. But he, as I said, he didn't want to give it back, and I gave it to James Llewellyn, who normally rides. He can ride anything, but he normally rides versions of the Dreamtime, which is a really pointy, narrow nose, and pulls in into the tail. And he said he could stand weight forward and it held its speed, and he's still manoeuvrable. So, and then I had another guy ride it who's just a front foot surfer, and he said he could surf it all right. But because it's so parallel, it does restrict, when you stand forward, it does restrict its manoeuvrability. When you're at the back, you can lift the nose up out of the water, and you can surf a short back, like most of the nuggets are. Only you stand back on them and you get the easy manoeuvring. But anyway, it did work, so there you go. And I made a 5'4" version for a guy called Jerry Wedd, who surfs in South Australia. Jerry's a really good surfer, has won a lot of state titles over that way, and even though he's getting on in years now, he's still a very capable surfer. He's been posting it on some of the websites. I don't know, I don't watch them, so I don't know, but I've had feedback that this guy's got a little, it's only 5'4", little red
Rocket.
and his personally comments are, he's pretty reserved. He doesn't give much away, Jerry, and he said the board's, just yesterday I got a text message from him. He said the board's showing really good promise. For him, that's a big statement. And then there's another one for Greg Brennan in WA, he's 5'7". He hasn't got it yet, but I'm pretty sure that he will. You'll feel it. They'll go faster. Possibly, I don't want to make them, people said, how long can I make it? Well, when you use a flat, long rocker like that, once you get too long, it'll start feeling too stiff. It'll have good speed, which will loosen it up a bit, but like if you made it 7 foot, you'd start feeling stiff, I reckon. So it's mainly for shorter board, that type of rocker.
So 6'6" about the biggest, huh?
6'6", maybe, you could, maybe 6'10" at the max, I reckon. But a 6'10" in this design would probably handle 95 kgs.
And what's the difference between that and a Zot?
Well, the Zot is, they are similar, but the Zot's got more bottom rocker throughout, more entry curve, like the nose rocker on the Zot's back down here where this one ends up here. And dimensions across the board could be similar, but they're not quite as extreme, not quite as wide up here.
And you could ride this at a wave like the Passes?
Yeah, Al's he rode it in Lennox a few weeks ago now, and it was hollow, and no problem. Yeah.
No, but like a fuller wave like the Pass, it's just cruising, like people normally ride Mals. You could...
Yeah, well, I mean, that's where they probably work better. When you're on a full dead wave with all that planing area, you're gonna get speed anyway. Yeah. You can see by that it's pretty straight. There is curve in there, but it's very minimal, and it goes all the way up, holding it flat right up to about there.
The planing area?
Yeah. So the planing area on this is much longer than normal the other boards.
I'm going to show it this way.
Then this is like the dome. And then it carries through. So what the dome does in actual fact is, there's a curve across under the nose here as well, right? and then there's a curve in the tail, which is a dome, the same thing. Now, that's a low point, that's a low point, and so is that. If you come like this, through here, through the planing area, there's a twist in it, and it works either way. So, and it sort of runs right through the middle of the planing area where it's most level. But this twist, when you're on a wave, the motion of the wave is to draw up and over. If you have, for instance, if you're riding a flat bottom with a down rail, there's every chance that you'll get sucked up and it'll dig. Like you'll go up in the tail and it'll catch up around here. With this twist, it doesn't do that. It actually sits on the wave perfectly. The hollower it gets, the more it works, and you don't have to worry about catching rails and things like that.
Okay.
Okay, so the rail on this up in the nose is really soft on the bottom, very forgiving, and it won't catch. And it holds good volume through the middle, which, you know, the rail's actually a third planing area. You've got your bottom, and when you put the board up on the rail, when you do a turn in a rail, if you've got a really thin rail, it'll sink and reduce the speed. Whereas if it's thick and it's just got a very dull edge underneath it and a fullness, it'll sit up on the water and it'll hold its speed a lot better. So the rail up here is very soft and forgiving. It's sort of tucked and still soft, but tucked with a slight edge, and then it comes into the tail back here, right in the back, where it's down, very down and hard for release. If you put this hard edge up here somewhere, it'll slide out because you're getting release.
Where does the hard edge start?
The hard edge actually starts at the back of the box, which is
Around with your finger.
all this here is soft under, and it holds it on a hollow wave. That softness holds the water. The hard edge releases it. Like a lot of people think a hard edge bites in. Well, it might. They grab, I'll admit that, but they don't hold water. They can't. There's nothing for it to hold. It's a hard edge. So the soft rails does the holding, and the hard edge is the release. And then the soft rail with a hard edge, not a hard, but an edge on the bottom, depends on how far in the edge is and how hard it is. If you bring it right out square with the rail and make it a hard bottom, it's got instant release, really, really difficult to control. But as you soften it and move the edge in, it reduces the reaction time. So you can get better control.
So a good all-rounder?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Al reckons it was if he was going on a world tour, that'd be the board to take if you only could take one board.
And you can move the fin, so bigger waves?
Yeah, he rode it up to 8 foot.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, no, it's probably most things people don't relate to.
Just have a go.
Forgiving, you know, like, and then later on we'll talk about your boards, which are an extension of this type of thing actually, when you think about it. Yeah.
All good, Geoff. The Quasor zip.
I've got it spelt wrong here.
Ah.
I didn't realise it, but I had to put an O in it. But anyway.
Thanks, Geoff.
Rightio.